Hello everyone, Charlotte here at the Kipling Public Library branch. We are doing another take and make this week. We are doing a Cars playmat, and I'm especially excited for this one because it is, number one, a really great inside activity when the weather's kind of gross outside, and number two, this playmat you can use with all kinds of toys, kids. So if you like to play with cars, this works obviously very well with your cars. If you like to play with animals, it works really well with playing with animals, blocks, all kinds of things. So once you've made this craft, I encourage you to try and make your own play mats with things that you have around at your house. So I hope you really enjoy, and let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our green piece of paper out and ready to go. And in your bag you'll find some black strips of construction paper like this, and these are going to be our roads. So we're going to decide where we want our roads to go before we start gluing them down. So I'm thinking I will put my roads there, and maybe have one coming out this way. And you can play around with this a little bit. You don't actually have to glue your roads down if you don't want to, but I think you'll find it's easier to drive on them if they're glued in place. So once you've decided, I guess you could put your glue directly on your roads. Stick them where you want them to go. Parents, don't worry if the roads end up in places that don't make logical sense. That might happen with this craft. Now we're going to stick those all down. Last one here, like so. Now I've got my road coming on from one side of the paper all the way across. The next thing we're going to do is there's a piece of blue paper in your bag, and that is going to be a little pond or a lake. So if you like, you can cut this out this way, or you can flip it over and you can draw your own lake shape on there. This one here I did so that it goes on the side of your paper because it's got this straight edge here. But like I said, you can cut your own pond shape if you'd like. And we'll glue that down. I think I'm going to put mine right there. So, whoop, the glue stick is extra sticky. And I'll stick that right along the edge, just like that. And then you've got pond for your cars to drive by. And then the last piece that we have to glue down is in your bag. You'll find a little rectangle of paper like this, and these are going to be little trees and bushes. And these ones right here, I'll show you how to make those look like a little bit of grass in a moment. So you'll cut those all out. Cut the solid lines, don't cut the dotted lines because the dotted lines are for folding. So I'll show you. I'm not going to tape all of mine on. I mean, here's one of my little trees. And on the dotted line, I've folded it up like this because now you can either use your glue stick. I think I'm just going to use some tape. Take a little bit of tape, we'll stick it on our tree like that. And then you can put your tree anywhere on your little map here. So we'll do one tree over there. Got one of my bushes here, all cut out and ready to go. And fold it on that line so you've got something to put the tape on, like that. I'm going to put this one right here. There we go, and those will stand straight up, just like that. Now I'll show you the grass. Where did I put it? Here it is. So with the little ones that look like this, I've folded them on the dotted lines, and then you can very carefully take your scissors and cut a few lines in that. Watch your fingers, okay? You can ask a grown-up for help if you like. And then, I don't know if you can see that okay. You've got a little bit of grass like that. So you can use these if you want to. If you don't want to and you like your mat just the way it is, that's okay too. You use your imagination, or maybe you have some other types of trees you want to cut out and put on here. All right, so now we'll put the finishing touches on. I've got a blue crayon here, and I'm going to put some, that looks almost more gray, some waves on the water, Just kind of wavy lines like that. Maybe you want to draw a fish or something jumping out of the water there. And then, if you've got a white crayon in your crayon box, you can take your crayon and you can do highway lines on your highways here. You don't have to do this again if you don't want to, but it does look kind of neat. And that white crayon, it doesn't show up on white paper very well, but it sure shows up well on darker colored paper. Now the nice thing with this idea is that you can use if you have some toy cars, you can use your cars on your road map here. Or maybe you have some farm animals, you can put them on your mat like that. You can use all kinds of toys for things like this. And if you have construction paper at home, kids, you can make your own play mats. Maybe you could make something to use some African safari animals on. You could make a play mat for them. Maybe you can make a play mat for some dinosaurs. I don't know what that would look like, but I'd love to see what you come up with that. Or maybe instead of green paper, you could use blue paper and make islands and do like a pirate map for boats or things like that. So anyways, you use your imagination. I hope you have a really good time with this. And feel free to drop a picture of what you've made in the comments on this post. Have a great week. Thank you so much for watching.